here today. So I also like to go live. Let's see if we can make that work. Okay. So we'll just do this quickly and then we will begin with our discussion today. So we're here to talk about this incredible solar eclipse and this wonderful time of welcoming Sagittarius season. So happy birthday to any of the Sages that are here, or anyone who has kind of any Sag in your main chart. Welcome to your kind of lunar return. This is a really exciting time for me as well. I'm personally a moon in Sag, partnered with Sag, so a lot of that thunder energy. And as you may know from my name, I was gifted this name, Precious Thunder Warrior, through the Mayan tradition. And so I work with thunder medicine a lot. So I'm going to just talk a little bit about the moment that we're in. This is kind of to all ground us with the energy that we're dealing with. And this is also to just kind of speak to what will be kind of welcoming today. So I will try to keep this short. We will be going until 9, and I ask if you can stay for both meditations. It is worthwhile because the first is kind of a healing and the second is kind of the upgrade, download, whatever you'd like to call it, but working with the spirits. So it's helpful to do the healing, but it's also helpful to actually commune with the energy of the time if you have, if you're able to stay. So we're here in this eclipse, and yes, as Haley said, sorry, but as you said, basically we are coming from 2020. We're working our way through the Sag eclipse cycle, and wrapping up into a new cycle that will basically begin going through 9 years almost, because it will be another 9 years until we're seeing Sag and eclipse like this. What's also kind of amazing is that this is one in which the moon will actually be totally eclipsed by the sun. The sun will pass completely before the moon. So it's really welcoming a very deep shift, a very significant change, and kind of an ability for us to be fully reborn and fully integrated so that we can play kind of an active part in our lifestyles, in our lives going forward. This past eclipse season from 2020 has obviously been one of tragedy. There's so much that we're holding. There's so much that we've internationally, collectively, globally been holding. And so this is really a portal into a new state of consciousness. And this is a time of transformation through that Sagittarian energy, through that kind of adventurous, through that traveling, that fun kind of fiery energy. And so it's really kind of about welcoming in a new clarity of self, a new clarity of kind of being with, I think, personal, if not happiness, at least personal understanding of how to kind of get through difficult times and how to find the patience to keep surviving and keep going. Sag is a fire sign that's literally associated with adventure. It's associated with travel. It's associated with kind of being visionary and being unburdened by the mundane. So this is a really wonderful time to, allow ourselves to be fully changed by what happens and to kind of welcome in the expansiveness of the world around us. In a way, if that means that we've been dealing with tragedy, welcoming in kind of that full emotional intelligence and emotional kind of compassion to the self, for living a life in which these things have come to us. There's also a lot going on with Neptune and Mercury. Neptune just got out of the retrograde and is literally, it's like coming out of retrograde as the eclipse is happening. So there's a lot right now about tuning into our psychic vision and our watery emotional sense. Let's welcome this in with spirituality, with intuition, if you feel called, and the way that's safe for you to receive, so that we can tune in both to the power of this magnetic, attractive shift in which even the most stubborn difficulties can easily be transmuted, but also that we are welcoming in the wisdom of our highest truth, our, most understood sense of self. And we kind of feel that even with, a broken path behind us, we are able to mend and we are able to heal. So this is really the energy of the moment. And through this, we'll be doing 2 meditations. I'm going to just give a little bit of background for the second, because in between the first and second meditation, we take like a 2-minute break where we sit in silence. If some people want to stay in meditation, they can. Otherwise, we all break. But I ask that you stay in the chat and we keep muted during that time. So for the second meditation, I will be calling in Jupiter energy. Jupiter energy is, if you want to work with Zeus or if you want to work with Jupiter, you're welcome. I know that that can be kind of a difficult energy in the Greek sense of the word. The term, I know some people maybe find that uplifting, or they find it kind of interesting in sort of their own view of how they want to kind of deal with that patriarchal energy. But if that's not safe for you, just don't deal with it. And you can even let me know. Feel free to DM me if you want me. If anyone needs that term, that name, like fully stricken, that's doable. Who we're really going to be focusing on is Enlil, who is the Babylonian Jupiter, the original Jupiter, I like to call him, because basically the Greeks looked at all Babylonian mythology and said, I want that, that's mine. So my heritage is kind of the roots of a lot of what we think of this sort of is incredible and very still important Mediterranean Greek philosophy and mythology. So Enlil is the Jupiter thunder god. He will be invoking him. He is also the father of Ninurta. He's also related to Marduk. Him, Ninurta, and Marduk are all kind of in the same sort of triangle. So if you feel like Marduk is coming to you instead, if you know that name, if it feels close to you, work with him too. But I just felt Enlil was the right one today to be calling. And he's here on the altar along with my goddesses. And I'm also calling in Thor because that is my maternal tradition of my Norse heritage. So we're going to be doing a little bit with kind of the world tree today, and Thor, who is the thunder god Jupiter in the Norse tradition. So Thor, of course, is, I think, the least problematic of the 3 thunder gods. So he might be the safest to work with as survivors, or in any way that feels safe for you. And if you also just want to work with your own allies, your own team, you're welcome to. This is all really about how we can transmute. So keep that all in mind. Everything is mutable. Everything is about you being safe and about you accepting the energy as you'd like to be. And the final note is working with the world tree is something that comes from so many traditions. It's even in the Yoruba tradition. It's even in Native, pre-Columbian, indigenous traditions. It's everywhere. So I feel that this is something that's universal. It's even in the Bible. It's in Hinduism. Excuse the outside noise. I'll see if the window closing helps at all, or I might need it open though for air. We'll figure that out though. And without further ado, I ask everyone to please sit back, get comfortable, and we will be starting. And I ask my production director right now to begin with our first music. And again, we'll be getting started with a bit of healing, a bit of grounding, a bit of being in our bodies. Do whatever feels right to just be comfortable as yourself. All right, my friends, let's begin with the breath. We're going to start with one big inhale and exhale, and then I will be guiding us all into full inhale, full exhales on the count of 9. So we'll just breathe together, arriving now in this space. We're just kind of getting rid of the day, getting rid of time, getting rid of the energy of our to-do lists. And I'm going to invite us all to breathe in when I say 9, and then we'll breathe out when I say 9 again. So breathing in 9 and 9. 9 and 9. 9 and 9. We're tuning into each other's hearts and community space. We are also tuning into ourselves. Let us take a few more breaths in this space. 9 and 9. 9 and 9. You can allow your breath to return to what feels safe or normal, allowing yourself right now to be present in your body and in this space-time. We are taking time to honor ourselves and our vessel. We're clearing out all the noise. We are focusing in on self, on the mind, rather than the thoughts. Now, slowly, slowly, we are taking time to relax our feet and our ankles, relaxing our knees, relaxing the hips and the stomach. Relaxing our chests, our heart space, allowing everything to rest, allowing the shoulders to rest, allowing our neck and our throat, resting our forehead, and the back of the neck. We are here today to awaken the power that resides within. So let us take some silence and be with that power. All of our eyes are opening, our vision, our psychic eye, the ability to see our power, the ability to see our heart, we can see in safety, we can be right now, not beholden to anyone or anything, existing as messily or as complicated as we need to be. There's no one to impress today. There's nowhere we need to go. There's nowhere we need to be. There is nothing right now that is more important than being ourselves. Time ticks on, and we see the many progressions around us, the energetic movements of the universe, everything in our lives right now, a symphony of happenings, tragedies, comedies, love and pain and compassion. They are all a great gathering of power and of all the wisdom of the ages. There are so many celestial bodies and beings, so many stars and planets. They are moving in tandem with each other, and everything is working at the grand scale. Our worries and hurts are shared by many, and we are reflections of each other. We reflect stars and void space. We are the universe, and the universe is us. Through our psychic eyes, what is it you see when you look into the universe and the universe looks back? Above us, the moon is forming a crescent, and we are cradled by this crescent as if we were in a hammock, our head pillowed, our feet up. Let us come and rest now, bathing in the energy in the body of the grandmother moon. For the moon is becoming reborn, undergoing a new and incredibly vibrant journey. And it holds us and cradles us, giving us all that we need so that we may grow together. We are relaxing the solar plexus, releasing the emotions of the stomach, releasing the body tension. We release the unconscious stored. This is our inner star, our inner solar energy. And together we are reigniting our flame. We connect to the heart, Kundalini, throat, vision, crown, and roots, all through the nourishment of the solar plexus and of our power. Taking time to notice any misalignments, stomach pain or nausea or disordered thinking, helplessness, insecurity. And as we see it, we return, ever returning to self. We invite in the feeling of having enough, inviting in trance and entrancement with our inner power. We are healing this concentrated bundle of nerves in the stomach, which is another brain, another thinking mind. And allowing the fire of our spirit to heal all of our nerves, creating new pathways of fire and spirit connection throughout our auras and spirit space. If we choose to, we can receive a deep download and healing. You may place your hands on your stomach, and I'm going to be sending, we are channeling our universal life force, channeling solar and star energy. Welcoming in joy, or welcoming in the ability to receive and experience joy. I'm going to use a little incense on us. Blessing you also with the spirit of the crow for endings, even abrupt endings. We can process it all. Blessing with myrrh. Now we see the turning of a key in our stomach as we are opening the door of a new future. The key turns and turns, and as it does, warmth opens and begins to envelop you. From this warmth flows everything. And our vessel, the moon, is shifting with the sun. And we too are eclipsed by these astral bodies, healed, our energy moving, everything sparkling and dancing with the beams of the universe. Our warmth meets that warmth from the celestial bodies, so that we are completely encapsulated. We are coming into this moment of now, knowing that we are enough. All that we have is enough. We do not need to perform any more than we already do. We do not need to work any harder to deserve or be worthy. We are all here for each other and for ourselves. We are all enough. We have enough time. We have enough love. We have abundance with us. Abundance is us. And we have the ability to create our reality. We can find the goodness that we deserve. We have abundance. We have enough. We are here to refill our cup and to re-spark our fire. All things are colorful, everything shifts, and within us is the abundant flow of the universe. We breathe, and the energy of our stomach fills us back up, rejuvenating us so that we can be at peace. If you choose to receive, I am sending more Reiki for your healing and your download. And finally, I will anoint you with some of my love oil so that you may find the love that you need, that you may feel the love, so that we come into our own love. And with that, we will close our first meditation. If you would like to stay in meditative space, you can. Otherwise, I ask that my production designer turn the sound off for now, and we take a minute just to rest. If you need some water, go get some. Otherwise, we'll be here. We'll get started in like another minute or two. All right, let's get the second set of music started, please. Thank you to those who are here. We're going to begin the second meditation now. Again, this is a great time to get comfortable. You can sit, you can lay down. And the music can start. Thank you all for your patience. Okay. Let us begin again with the breath. We'll take a breath together and do a few rounds of connecting hearts. Breathing in and out. Breathing in 9. Breathing out 9. Breathing in 9. Breathing out 9. Breathing in 9. Breathing out 9. Once more, 9. 9. You can allow your breath to return to normal as you see fit. We are taking a moment now to honor the great energy of the thunder beings, Sagittarius and its ruler. Power upon power, the adventurer and ruler of all things, kings of kings, Enlil, Thor, Zeus, Jupiter, the thunder beings, the elementals, the spirit of the storm. We offer our prayer so that we may follow you today and connect with you in this sacred ceremony, sacred space, sacred becoming. And we honor the 7 directions, the north, the east, the south, the west, the below and the above, and the heart at center. In humble gratitude, we open ourselves to be upgraded, to be healed by the great beings of power. And we honor the great king of Babylon and Sumer, Enlil. For Enlil's commands are by far the loftiest, his words the most holy, his utterances immutable. The fate he decides is everlasting. His glance makes the mountains anxious. All gods of the earth bow down before Father Enlil, who sits comfortably at Nunamnir, whose lordship and princeship is most perfect. The gods bow before him, and for he is the mighty Lord, the greatest in heaven and earth, the knowledgeable judge, the wise one, resplendent with majesty. We honor as well the great Germanics, the king of the Norselands, Father Thor. Thunder rolls and lightning strikes, your hammer flies across the sky. God of the weather, chariot of the storm, master of rain and torrents, son of the strength of Mother Earth, we ask you to grant us your strength, you who are so great that you cannot walk across the rainbow bridge without breaking it. You whose tree is the mighty oak, O Thor, grant us today that unending sturdiness. Let us not break beneath the blows of misfortune. We honor you all. We welcome great Jupiter energy, great storm, great thunder, great lightning bolts. The energy and majesty of power. Thank you. Amen. And together now in this ceremony, we begin our path to a place of magic, going on our dream journey. Our spirit leaves our bodies now moving up towards the ceiling and flying off out of your window to the realm of spirit. We fly or are carried by the great tempests, the storms of time, moving to our place of healing, our place of portals, until we see a great bonfire, a bonfire of the ancients, our first portal and opening into the elemental ways of this day and this time period. Taking in this portal and what its meaning is to you, what you see, what you sense, what you smell and hear, as we prepare ourselves to move into the place of the eclipse, to be reborn like the phoenix through this fire. We take a moment to check in that we are ready. And if you are, together we shall pass. And as we do, we see that we are not burned. Only everything of the past is singed and burnt. Instead, our energies are opened and we are welcoming a removal of pain. We are going to the place of visions. We are shifted and transformed through this flame. And as this is a gateway, we allow ourselves to pass through so that we are moving toward the great world tree, the great universe tree, axis mundi, central point of the universe. The tree of the cosmos and the holder of order and harmony. Yggdrasil, ash tree, oak tree, blended tree, ancestral tree, Jupiter's tree, our tree. It is held in a great sphere of fire. At the top are powerful thunderclouds, suns and moons. And the branches carry the many galaxies of the universe's leaves. The roots go down into the underworld, into the places beyond. And it is the dwelling of all life, all mortality and immortality. And it holds the work of the creators, the weather deities, of the greatness of existence. Let us take it in and see it for itself today. In its branches is held the doorway to our healing temple, guarded by our friends Enlil and Thor and others. When we are ready, we may fly or walk to this doorway and enter, taking in this temple that is our place, our home. The space of our sorcerer priesthood and ceremonial magic. Nestled at the heart of the world tree. And in this healing temple, we are surrounded by our guides, our animals, our ancestors in their wellness, those who are here to help us, surrounded by our plant and crystal allies, surrounded by any little people, elves, fairies, angels, creatures, sphinxes, griffins. All of your beings in their majesty are here to accept you and to honor you and show you at this center of this temple a seat made just for you, a place for your healing where you are invited to rest. When you are ready, sit on this throne made of thunder and lightning, encrusted in golds and yellows and oranges and reds, the seat of your flame of royalty, of growth, of healing and ascension, the place that was made just for you. We receive our first download here, welcoming in pure confidence, pure fortune, pure power, full abundance. And it is like lightning striking us. Confidence, fortune, power, abundance. Confidence, fortune, power, abundance. Confidence, fortune, power, abundance. Confidence, fortune, power, abundance. It is the emergence of new clarity and beginnings. Confidence, fortune, power, abundance. We have what we desire. We welcome the releasement of ancient wounds and the remembrance of ancient wisdoms. Our guides surround us, their hands on our shoulders, offering us healing and gifts, confidence, fortune, power, and abundance. Confidence, fortune, power, and abundance. And joy, joy, joy comes. Laughter, the ancient wounds opened and melting away with the power of thunder and lightning. I mean, with the power of thunder and lightning, we have our confidence, our abundance, our fortune, our power. Our inner child joins us, standing before us. And we are asked, what is hiding away? What am I able to see and what am I unable to see? Where do we still hurt the most? How can we flip the script? How can we unblock? Where can we be opened to new energy and new viewpoints? Enlil and Thor put their hands on our shoulders, perhaps even on our heads, and we receive almost instantly the answers to the unblocking, to the removal of the heavy cords between us and child self. We are offered the opportunity to intentionally release the shame within. Instead, we empathize with the disempowered self. We give understanding to the self who has not seen empowerment. For today, we take back our power. The memory in our bodies, the energy of the self, all that hides, we welcome it back now and welcome a feeling of comfort in our skin. We are not judged or seen by anyone today, and we can exist simply as. We are releasing the need to hold on so tightly to the story of the past, and with the power of thunder and lightning, we allow for the possibility that our story is committed to memory and is left behind. And we are supported by this tree, by these beings of power. Energy of love is all around us. And in that space is the true kernel of ourselves within, the deep heart within us, the child's heart, the heart cord that connects your inner child to your adult self. We welcome in this heart that we were born with, this fire and passion that we were created with, the heat and the warmth of our unending willpower and desire to see this power and self expressed in all directions. We are removing the deep blockages to the heart of the self that no longer feel safe to be expressed. We are being removed of the need to look down or to hide in shame or to in some way yield ourselves to the will of another. We release the need to hide from that which is good for us. We welcome ourselves fully, inner child in shadow, inner child in clarity, full adult self, and full identity. We can forgive ourselves and forgive others. The spirits now give us the power for empathy to all selves who have made mistakes, and empathy even to those who may have acted in ways that were unknown. But we only give as much as we feel safe to. We give empathy knowing that we ourselves may have been wounded, but we do not have to always empathize with those who would not empathize with us. We can understand them, but we do not relive the story. We do not have to like those that do not like us. Instead, we welcome in freedom, and we welcome in that download received again to empathize only with hidden self, with full self, before anyone else. Welcoming in fortune, abundance, power, and joy. We welcome in abundance, fortune, power, joy, confidence. We do not have to give that which we do not want to give. We may see and understand, but that is all. We do not have to keep giving. We do not have to continue. We do not have to give at all. Patience is for ourselves, for our growth, and we welcome in confidence, fortune, power, abundance, joy, confidence, power, fortune, abundance, joy, confidence, power, abundance, fortune, joy, confidence, power, fortune, abundance, joy, confidence, power, fortune, abundance, joy. We do not have to give. We can understand without giving. We can choose ourselves. And the spirits bless us with that good luck, with that ability for our path to match our intention. As the eclipse, we are the shadow and the scene. We are the good and the bad. These beings come together and stay together. All spirits, all deities, all ancestors dance the complicated dance of harmony of all elements. And together we are in rejoicement with them in new powerful beginnings. We are welcoming in the new self, the new unity, the new way of being. The inner child within us is expressed as the true pureness of ourself, pure creation, pure joy, pure making of all. And as these great fathers of thunder come, they invite us as one child to be held by the great storm. Reawakening us, reawakening the confidence of the child who understands the universe, even if they haven't figured out all of their words just yet. Thunder crashes around us, and there's wind in the great branches of the tree. We are self, we are inner child, we are powerful. We are held in this power. And we are presented by these fathers with a great halo and crown made of lightning and gold and fire, a symbol of our change and our acceptance of that who we are and that which we cannot change. This is our helm, our new cycle, our crown. We feel it reigniting our stomachs, our hearts, our nerves, our spirit, our power, our lightning. Connecting deeply and rewiring us. And we are loving and compassionate and joyful to see full self in fiery activation. Our attention turns, and outside this healing temple, a great and noble steed comes, the horse of Sagittarius, welcoming us on this new adventure, this new cycle of the eclipse. Sun and moon above us, joining our crown, blessing us as we accept this final gift, should we choose to, and begin a new ride into a new portal of expanded consciousness, a gallivant into another doorway of fire. We ride with the pure freedom of the stomping, galloping beauty of the horse. Sacred, sacred being to all of our peoples. carrier of travels and adventure and new ways, beings of determination, endurance, valor, freedom, beauty, majesty, and all under the Great Spirit. We are built to run and be at peace, and to find our greener pastures, to create our new way, dancing the dance of life. Our caravan of ancestors and helper beings behind us, our chariots, our army, our community, and at the helm, Thor and Enlil, granting us the knowledge of this true freedom that we may find at any time. We run in freedom. Knowing that we can come out of the other side of anything. We welcome the karmic end to our past and the wisdom to expand and transmute all things so that our opportunities match our preparation. Our luck opens doorways to our success always. And I offer now a final prayer to the Thunder God. Thunder rolls, lightning strikes, and the hammer flies across the sky. We pray to you, Thor, God of the weather, chariot of the storm, master of rain and torrents, son of the strength of Mother Earth. Grant us your strength for ourselves, you who are so great that you cannot walk across the rainbow bridge without breaking it. You whose tree is the mighty oak. O Thor, grant us that unending sturdiness. Let us not be broken beneath the blows of misfortune. Keep us from being crushed when the powerful stomp of their large feet on the smaller ones below. You who are the guardian of the common man, You who care for the farmers and workers, look upon me here in this place where I am, only one of many. Please protect my steps. Make me resilient and mighty as your arm. Make me unbreakable, you who are friend of man. I ask for a small ounce of the vigor of the right arm of the thunder, that I might brave the tempest and stand firm in the gales. Thunder rolls, lightning strikes, and your hammer, Thor, flies ever across the sky. When you are ready, you may allow your spirit to return back to this room, back to this space. I'm going to stop the music now, and I'm going to turn off the live stream. Thank you to those on Facebook who joined us. And I'm going to stop the recording.